year, lowest of his career. What do you attribute that to?
I think, aggressive mindset, being on the attack each and every at bat. I think his numbers are great of pitches in the strike zone. I think it's just the nature of how he's going about it, just aggressive on the attack. And you look at the good guys, Scherzer, Verlander, some of the big boys. I mean, they're on the attack every pitch. And that's something that, we've tried to instill in Herman, but I think it's instinctively in there, so it's a great thing. Hang on a minute. I have a thought. God, I fought through that, trying not to itch.
You did well.
Okay, I'm back.
Anything to do with the ground ball rate? Has that helped it? The lower ground ball rate this year?
I don't think that's helped a lot. No, it's just a mindset. I mean, you get your outs, you get your outs. I mean, he's got his strikeouts, he gets his outs on the ground, and he gets jam shots. I think he's trying to get outs. And there are times when pitchers, sure, they want a ground ball. They want to, maybe get a double play ball or keep the ball on the ground for a specific reason. But for him, it's more about, I think, just the mindset.
How do you teach that mindset?
You talk about it. You talk about it often. It doesn't happen overnight in most cases, but you talk about that type of mentality, and hopefully it sinks in. But in most cases, guys who get to this level have it. Because if you don't, you'll never get to this level. You can't become a major league pitcher without having certain qualities, and that mindset, I think, is a prerequisite. I really do. Now, can guys get away from it a little bit when they're going bad? Sure. I mean, you can become a little tentative when things are going your way, but when things are going your way, you can really hit real quick. But it's something that I think you have to, continue to talk about and preach and instill into play.
What's been going on with Chad, and how long has it been going?
Chad's had, some hip discomfort, for a couple weeks. And this hip impingement has caused him to finally get to the point where he wasn't able to manage it. So that's why we made this move today. So, his competitiveness and his desire to pitch and battle, it finally got to the point where the hip was too bothersome for him to continue. That's what it did.
What's the severity of it?
Not sure. We'll know in time.
As this time that he's been in the book, that we've seen some up and down, maybe some struggles with first batters, but how has he developed as a reliever? Where is he on that scale of?
Well, I think if you look at, there's been, especially right out of the chute, he pitched really well statistically. If you look at, like his first 25 innings, and you look at his last 20 or so innings, it's been a little bit of a drastic change in performance. But I think overall, I think he's adapted to the mentality of the reliever, right? Coming to the park every day, knowing that you might potentially be in there. And that's a different mindset than you have as a starter. I mean, as a starter, you're pitching 5 days from now, and you build up, to that day. As a reliever, you don't know if you're going to be in there that night. There are certain nights, obviously, where you have a pretty good feel that you have a chance to get in there. But he's handled that well, coming to the park, and with that reliever mentality of potentially pitching. I think there's a part of him that is relished that part of maybe being in the game every night. So I think he's handled that well. I think physically too, he got to the point where the resiliency of being able to pitch back-to-back games, and pitch 4 out of 7 days, all the things that are required of a major league relief pitcher, he's handled that. And he's held his stuff for the most part, as a reliever with, multiple appearances, during the week or consecutive appearances back-to-back. He's handled all that physically and mentally.
When the performance changed, what was it that you saw?
I think a little bit, again, it goes back to fastball command, for me. I think that's where it starts. I think his breaking ball's been, been hit a couple different times. Maybe the pitch home. So, I mean, I think pitch quality there's really no And that's probably probably the best answer. For that. And I think that's the case for, for most performance.
Philosophical question a little bit, but we saw that his velocity kicked up when he was in pen, but he's never really been a strikeout guy. On the other hand, he has a starter's arsenal, really. Do you need to have a strikeout? You need to be a relief pitcher, especially towards the
It helps. It helps anywhere, right? It helps anywhere. Do you need one? No. I think if there's a lot of talk about exit velocity, soft contact, one of Thomas's favorite go-tos. If you have that in your game, that's fine too. Right? Strikeouts are great, right? If you can get them. But I still like the, whip. How many base runners do you allow per game, right? Whether it's via the, less hits than innings pitch, limit your walks. If you have stuff to get guys out without getting the strikeout that much. Strikeouts are great. Don't get me wrong. I love the punch. Punch is great.
For as much as Chi missed the last 2 years, have you seen things that intrigue you about watching him more for future reference?
I like the mentality of Chi. I like how I like his constitution of how he thinks during the course of a game. I think he's very aware of how he gets his outs. Now it's just a matter of pitch execution. I think his delivery's in order. I think he does a lot of things well to help him have success. Now it comes down to, for him, he just has to, consistently make better pitches. Is he capable of that? I think so. Right? I mean, it's just, again, big picture. If you throw 100 pitches a game and you start 30 games, that's 3,000 pitches. You can't throw 1,500 good ones and 1,500 bad. The ratio of the good pitches has to come up.
By a tough season like this, lots of fans like to blame the manager, call from the manager's head.
Right.
How have you dealt with that personally just throughout your managerial career?
With
just kind of
that
fan
perspective.
criticism in tough seasons like this.
I think it goes back to, being a player. I think I mentioned that story that I told in Kansas City, right? Where the guy 3 rows up that was hammering me when I came off the mound after a bad game. I learned to put that in perspective, right? The angry fan through bad performance. And I think that always stuck with me that, I think as, a player, then a coach, then a manager, I think if you have perspective on what's going on around you, you deal with, the negativity much better. So I think as it relates to me personally, and I think other managers that I've talked to about this, our concern is about our players, our team, our organization. And if we feel as though our processes are in place and doing the right things, that's where our focus should be, and not the attention of maybe the vocal minority.
Does it feel good for you now to know? Obviously, you signed that extension before the season. You got years here beyond this one to rebound or whatever happens the rest of the way.
Well, again, I think that more importantly, my ultimate goal and challenge is today, right? And also with an eye towards the future. So, I don't think about those things. I don't. I think about, what are we gonna do today? As a group, our conversations amongst us, coaches, players, to win today. And I think if you keep it in that type of realm, I think you're way better off. Instead of thinking about other tangents that you're alluding to, which I do, and I implore our players and our coaches not to, because ultimately we know the expectation of what we want to do, today and tomorrow. Now, do those expectations change from year to year with certain teams? Absolutely. This year we had high expectations, right? And the season's not done yet, and we haven't met them to this point, what we thought we were gonna be doing at this point. But that is, that's water under the bridge. So, we have to continue to do what we do today and tomorrow. So, all that other noise for us as a team, we know it's there because it's the nature of it. And I think it's, I love the fact that people are talking about baseball and Rocky fans are talking about the Rockies. I think it's awesome. We want it that way because that means there's a genuine care and there's emotion, right? I love that. You don't want it the other way, for sure, right? You don't want that. So, but we also know it's all part of it. It's part of what we do. The praise and maybe the negative criticism. I know I went on a little bit long. I don't know whether you can use any of that stuff.
I'll chop
but-
it up.
Yeah, put it in your context. Let's see. I'm going to read it to see if you say the right thing. If you put it in the proper context.
We'll see.
How's David Dahl? And where's
Hey,
he
we're
in
going
the
to see
range?
David on Monday in Arizona, but he's progressing. Thomas, on Monday afternoon when we gather, I'll let you know when I see you in Arizona. I'll catch up to speed live when I really know. But he's doing better. He's out on the boot. He's on the treadmill. He's doing exercises. He's feeling much better. So, we'll have more of an indication about maybe a timeline. I know you're big on that. And maybe by Monday we'll know if some baseball activities are increasing.
Can't predict the future, but I like a time.
I know you do. And hey, listen, I would love to give you one.
I'll ask him.
September 11th, he's going to play.
Which year?
Hmm?
Which year?
Touche. I'm going to say 19.